All right. So today's topic is how small stuff breaks big bonds. All right. How small stuff breaks big bonds. And I want to mention certain truths that are timeless, tested truth. All right. Um, talking about, or speaking of which, humility, forgiveness, overlooking offenses, things that have held relationships together for generations. So, um, I'm going to be giving us a story, all right, of someone, all right. This is a true life story. More than 23 years ago, someone failed his first WAEC. He failed his first WAEC examination. And we want you to understand, all right? We should understand the story, all right? Let's network again. All right, sorry about that. So, I want you to understand it wasn't just disappointing, all right? It wasn't just disappointing, it was devastating. He said it felt like hell had broken loose, like the ground had shifted completely under his feet. But here's the part that matters most. Here's the part that matters most. Before he got better, he had to learn. He had to learn the hard way. Before I move on, I would like to uh, say that you don't have to network again. All right. You don't have to learn. All right, the hard way. You don't have to. Someone has experienced something. All right, or a situation or whatever you want to call it, and he's telling you, I don't, I don't think it is, I don't think it is quite cool to just, you know, overlook it. Ah, you experienced it. Let me experience it too. You don't have to experience it to learn or to, adjust. Or before I continue, let me quickly welcome the global president in the person of Ambassador. Sorry about the network. All right, let me repeat. Um, the welcome boss, the global president is right here in the person of Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Aziz Badmos. All right, you're welcome, sir. And um, we're talking about how small stuff breaks, how it breaks, how it breaks big bonds, how small stuff can break big bonds. All right, how small stuff can break big bonds. Yes. So, and let me just continue from where I left off. So I was saying that you don't have to experience or you don't have to learn the hard way. You don't have to. You don't have to. All right, learn. Like the story of the guy I shared over 23 years ago. He failed his first WAEC because when he was supposed to be serious, I'll take that again. Because when he was supposed to be serious with his studies, when it counted, he was out with friends, going out, having a good time, not studying. I am just losing connection. Like it's just disconnecting and reconnecting. So do apologies. Each time you discover that I paused or there's a pause and I am repeating what I said, just know that it's on purpose, all right? So please just follow me. Follow me closely, all right? So I said because he was supposed to be serious with his studies when it counted. He was out with friends, going out, having a good time, not studying, taking his education for granted. And when the results came, reality hit him like a wall. We're having a kind of a frank talk today, and the global president was saying, "You, this guy, I gave you an assignment. I asked you to work. You are not." I just kept quiet because you understand. Because there are things you will look at, or there are things you will. There are certain measures or yardstick, okay, that will make you or make one conclude or give a particular summation, okay? So let me not go off track. Let me just continue. He took his education for granted. And when the result came, reality hit him like a wall. Reality hit him like a wall. Somebody somebody once said or used to say that if you say love is blind, something will open your eyes. I've forgotten that expression. If you say love is blind, no, there's nothing. You understand? Reality, when some things hit you, your eyes will be wide open. You understand? Your understanding will be enlightened. All right. All right. So let me just continue. He failed. All right. He failed. He retook the exams, obviously. All right. He failed again and again. But he didn't stop. He didn't stop. He kept talking to himself, kept pushing until he finally got better. I'm happy for him that he got better. I'm happy for him that he didn't give up. He didn't say to himself, it's too late now. Okay? So, now, why does that story matter here? Why does that story matter here? Because that same pattern, ignoring the small responsibilities, avoiding the uncomfortable work, assuming things will just be fine, is exactly what destroys relationships. That's where I'm headed, honestly. That same pattern. Same pattern. Someone once said, when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, over a period of time, or the same way over a period of time, stuff like that, and you're expecting something spectacular, you understand? You want something to happen. It does imply, or it simply means that the person is not wise, the person is foolish, because you have not changed, you haven't changed. Sorry, I have a caller. Sorry about that. You haven't changed your pattern, or you have not re-strategized, or you are not planning on re-strategizing. Okay, so when you're assuming things will just be fine, you're doing nothing about it, you're not taking any uh, reasonable step, or meaningful step, or something that can turn the table around or make that thing better. So it's exactly what destroys relationships. Let me move on. The small stuff you keep brushing off. The small stuff you keep brushing off. What does it matter? This small thing. Little fox. You understand? Little fox. What can this little fox? What can it cause? I beg, forget it. You understand? The conversations you keep postponing. The conversations you keep postponing. The things you keep telling yourself don't matter. They matter. Yeah, they matter. And they will show up one way or another. They will show up one way or another. Now I have something here, like it's the first part of my lesson today. All right. It always, you can label it, you can call it number one, you can use alphabet. So, okay, just call it A, option A, or first option, whatever. Okay. It always starts with something that sounds stupid out loud. It always starts with something that sounds stupid out loud, like the cap left off the toothpaste. I once heard of a couple, you know, is it the guy now or the lady? You know, where he's from, her background or his background, you know, this old paste. It's not like the type we have now that if you press it from anywhere, it will not be corrugated. Like they will still be able to get that paste out. All right. So one is from a background that uh, he or she does not care, just do stuff. It does not cost a thing, or I mean, it's not harmful. Just do it anyhow. Let's do it anyhow. You understand? And the other person is from a place that things are, you know, well done. Like it has a particular sequence or order. You have to move from this step to the next step, and you understand. So the cap left off the toothpaste. A text replied 6 hours later. Didn't you get my message? I sent it 4 hours ago. Why didn't you respond? You are seeing someone. You understand? Forgetting to say, I'm on my way. That's another one. Forgetting to say, I am on my way. You need to understand your partner. That's going to be a topic for another day. If I have if I have the privilege, all right. So in a friendship, you laugh it off. All right. In dating, you give it a side eye and keep moving. Not those little things. You just think, "Oh, it's a small thing." No, you understand? Does not mean anything. You understand our normal expression. What? Why are you making something out of this? You understand? You okay? So, but in marriage, after year four, after child number two, after the sleepless nights and the bills and the pressure, that same toothpaste cap becomes, you never think about me. And here is the truth. The issue was never the toothpaste. No, the toothpaste is not the issue. Both, or of the two, one out of the two, lack understanding, or they're not mature enough. All right. So the issue was never the toothpaste. The toothpaste was just the 47th time that person felt unconsidered, unseen, unimportant, and nobody ever said a word. Now let's move to part two. Let's move to part two. Why the trivial becomes nuclear. You know the damage a nuclear weapon can, or the havoc, what it can cause. You understand? You know the damage A nuclear weapon. All right. So why the trivial becomes nuclear? There are four things that turn a small issue into a relationship crisis. There are four. One, two, three, and four. One, two, three, and four. Four. All right. There are four things that turn a small issue into a relationship crisis. Number one, emotional debt. Emotional debt. When I say debt, I'm not talking about dying, collapsing, and giving up the ghost. I'm talking about debt. D-E-B-T. The B is silent. All right. Debt. Base. You understand? So, emotional debt. Every time you swallow it and say, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, you are keeping a ledger. You are keeping a ledger. You are keeping a ledger. And one day, that ledger gets presented all at once. It gets presented all at once. With interest. With interest. Trust me. Number two, identity threat. Identity threat. T-H-R-E-A-T. Identity threat. Your partner knows you. All right. Your partner knows you, which means they also know exactly where to poke. Now your partner don't see your nakedness now. Now he know everything. Now he don't see everything. Have you? So they know where to poke. All right. A comment about your parenting, your career, your family, it lands differently from a stranger's insult. It lands differently from a stranger's insult. It goes right to the core of who you are. It goes right to the core of who you are. Number three, spillover. Spillover. You understand? Spillover. You're exhausted, stressed, haven't slept properly. And they walk through the door and ask, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? You understand what I'm trying to say now? Yes, I believe you understand what I'm trying to say. What's for dinner? And they catch the full force of everything else you have been carrying. They didn't cause it. Mm-mm. They didn't cause it. But they are standing right in front of it. Yes, but they are standing right in front of it. Number four. Most people don't even, I beg your pardon, most people don't even fight about the small thing. They avoid it, bury it, build resentment around it, and then one day they explode. Kasala don't burst. You understand? It don't happen, no. They explode over something completely unrelated. Now, so some people build small thing like this, that they cost wahala. Small, tiny like this. That go cost one big bege. You have been doing something very, offensive, maybe insultive, very, or you have been quarrelsome, or you have been doing all manner of, you understand? And they will overlook, or they have been overlooking, or they have been ignoring you. But the day they go explode, unrelated, something that is very, very, one minute, like, hey, is it microorganisms in biology? Now they try to remember my O level. Is it macro or micro? Those small, I think it should be micro. Yeah, tiny like this. And the problem where they go cause the damage. Just like a virus now. And more will leave that one. All right. So, and nobody can even explain how they got there. You're like, ẹgbà mí kẹ̀, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, kí ni mo sọ, wetin I do? I just said, where you say you just say, eh? Now you go they vex them more. They fit break your head first. You understand? All right. Part 3. This plays out in every relationship you have. In friendships, it's the you didn't invite me. I mean, you didn't invite me message that quietly ends a 10-year bond. Yes. I mean, you never sabi say you forget your friend or best friend or your bestie, you forget him birthday. If he turn another thing, say you don't forget, say you forget. And not say you mean a harm, or you understand? You don't scatter everything. So in friendships, it's the you didn't invite me message that quietly ends a 10-year bond. It's possible. Yeah. In dating, it's the you were on Instagram, but you didn't reply to me. You understand? You didn't invite, I mean, you were on Instagram, but you didn't reply to me moment that somehow becomes a breakup. Do you understand? This is something I have experienced. I sent you a message, you did not reply, stuff like that, but you were online at that. Because say you see the thing they show, say I did online, it doesn't mean I have opened. If I log in, it go show you say I did online now. You don't mean say I don't even go that channel. No. So in family, it's the joke at Christmas that was never actually a joke. The one that reopens a wound 20 years old. And in marriage is the hardest. Marriage is the hardest. Because you cannot walk away. You live with the person you are upset with. You share a bed with them. You raise children with them. The small stuff doesn't just sit there. It compounds every single day. Every single day. This is why communication issues remains the number one reason couples say their marriage broke down. Not one catastrophic event. 1,000 small things that were never addressed. 1,000 small things that were never addressed. Part 4. How to stop it before it costs you the relationship. How to stop it before it costs you the relationship. First, separate the event from the meaning. Separate the event from the meaning. Ask yourself honestly, am I upset about what happened or about what I think it means about how they see me? That one question will save you from many unnecessary battles. That one question will save you from many unnecessary battles. Second, address it when it is still small. There is this unique expression, or I have this common expression, that when you sow when you sow a seed, like you bury a seed in the soil. All right. When it starts to bud, when it starts to shoot, all right. When it starts to shoot, when it just, you understand? It's a lot easier for you to uproot that plant at that point. All right. Oh, I don't want this thing to germinate. Like, I don't want it here anymore. You can easily uproot that plant. You can. You understand? But when it is fully grown, imagine a mango tree that now has its roots and stem. It is now fully, it's mature. And you want to wrap your hand. Look at this bottle of water. And you want to wrap your hand around it and you want to uproot it. No, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be, it's not going to be easy. But if it's just when it starts to bud or when it starts to shoot, it's going to be very easy. All right. So address it when it is still small. Address it when it is still small. 2 minutes of, hey, when you do this, I feel like this. See, when you say this, I feel this is how I normally feel. Can stop a 2-year Cold War. Can stop a 2-year Cold War. Speak up early. Speak up early while it is still manageable. While it is still manageable. Third, assume good intent at least 80% of the time. Assume good intent at least 80% of the time. Most partners are not trying to hurt you. They are distracted, dealing with their own pressure. Dealing with their own pressure. Simply not thinking. A lot is ongoing here. There's this comedian or this comedy, and normally, is it a skit now? I say, what's going on here? You understand? What's going on here? You understand? So, they are distracted. Simply not thinking. Dealing with their own pressure. Simply not thinking. Give them that grace before you start building a case against them. Nobody's perfect. That's my conclusion, all right? Fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth, have a reset rule together. Have a reset rule together. Agree on something simple. If we are both heated, we pause and come back to it tomorrow. It does not necessarily have to be the next day. When I say tomorrow, like just give, it could be after some minutes or after you have stepped out. Like Dr. Kari will say, when you are stressed, when you are something is bothering you or something is bugging your mind, just take a walk or go for a walk. Look at the trees, look at the cars, look at the birds. You understand? I love that man, Dr. Kari. Honestly, I have learned something unique from him. Trust me. Just cut your partner some slack. You understand? So, sleep is powerful. A good night's rest kills the majority of arguments that never deserved to happen in the first place. Fifth, Fifth, remember what you are protecting. Remember what you are protecting. You are not arguing with a stranger, for crying out loud. You are arguing with the person you chose. The person you chose. The person you are building a life with. Keep that in front of you. Especially when the small things start feeling like personal attacks. Part 5. The flip side nobody talks about enough. The flip side nobody talks about enough. The same mechanism that destroys works in reverse to build. There's a difference between, dear, oh, so you're the one that put this bottle here. Hey, this bottle is leaking. Oh, I'm very sure I'm very sure you don't know it's leaking, or you did not know. Okay, you understand? It's different from, why did you put this bottle here? Why did you put it? Don't you use? Don't you think? Don't you? You understand? I'm just trying to, paint. If we give a scenario now, or just paint a picture. All right. The small, consistent act of consideration, the thank you, the check-in text, showing up on time, remembering the detail they mentioned in passing. These are what build a trust strong enough to survive the big storms. Relationships don't die from one grand betrayal. If you put water for fire, not immediately go begin boil. Now small. The heat, the intensity. The more where the heat, you understand? Maybe we put water, you don't. So relationships don't die from one grand betrayal. Don't get it twisted. Grasp it, or grasp what I just said. They erode from 1,000 tiny paper cuts that were never acknowledged, never talked about, never healed. The person has been keeping it, recording until the person lost, Don't say, if you carry rubber band, what do they call that thing? If they pull on, one day, it go cut to, it go lose this word elasticity. Won't cut my tongue. It go lose the elasticity. It go cut. You understand? It go cut. So, boundaries day, limit day. All right? So, part 6, the real solutions. The real solutions. Proven, timeless. They have stood the test of time. Now we get to the part that actually saves relationships, okay? Not theories, not trends. These are things that have worked for hundreds of years across every culture, every generation, every kind of relationship. People who practiced these things built homes that lasted. People who ignored them watched everything fall apart slowly. Number 1, let me give us those points. Number 1 is humility. This is the foundation of everything. Humility means you are willing to say, I could be wrong. It means you don't always need to be right more than you need to be close. It means you can sit down, lower your voice, and say, help me understand your side. Pride is the number 1 silent killer of relationships. Pride. It doesn't come in It doesn't come in loudly. It comes in quietly, quietly. As the refusal to apologize first, the need to have the last word, the feeling that backing down means losing. If I keep quiet for her now, I don't mumu without her. I don't mumu. No, you know be mumu. Now you wise pass. There's one expression in Hausa. Back to the keiko. I said, you know, get sense, Abi. Say like you know get. I better make you get. Kanajiko, kinaji for the women. Aha. So, but the most mature person in any relationship is usually the one willing to go first. Yes. Not by age, not be age at the talk, not be age. Not be age. Now the one way mature, we get the better reasoning, way humble in self. Now that one go on, na him sabi the, na him go don't try. So the most mature person in any relationship is usually the one willing to go first, to reach first, to soften first. Not be there wrong, go. Not be there really wrong. Because if I want to stand on my point, everywhere go blue. You know, say grenade, C4, no be any man friend, though. RPG, remote propelled gun, no be anybody made to. I was saying something, the person say, you say you get bulletproof. Say, na intercontinental ballistic missile, you want your bulletproof, one barricade, they no burn you well. You get limit to get limit. All right. Humility is not weakness. Humility is not weakness. Humility is not weakness. Humility is the bravest thing you can bring into a relationship. Humility is the bravest thing you can bring into a relationship. Number two, forgiveness. Forgiveness. Real forgiveness is not a feeling. You don't, if person hurt you, the feeling no dey come, you go on deal with them. It's not a feeling, it is a decision. It is a decision. It is a decision. It's not a feeling. And by feeling, all of us go down. In fact, we go wicked past bandits. We go wicked past those people where they. I'm telling you. But it's a decision. It is the decision to say, I am not going to let what you did continue to have power over how I treat you. It does not mean what happened was acceptable. No. Let me say it's with me for body. It does not mean you pretend it never occurred. No. It means you are choosing the relationship over the record. That's what's up. Because here is what unforgiveness does. It does not punish the other person. It punishes you. I'm talking from experience. If I have anything against somebody, I will not be free. I will not have peace until, you understand? So, for my own sanity, let me all let go. Let me free. Mark, I'll free the person. Because you where you pin person down, you say if you dey down, I go hold your neck, you no go. You say no fit comot there. No say, I did drama too, but you don't think why I do drama. You understand? Like real drama. Where you understand? And what I just dramatized for you people right now is something we did in one drama, one particular drama. I've forgotten the title now. Like I don't even remember the year. Don't say you pin person down. Say I no go forgive you. You yourself, you no go come out there. You yourself, you dey something they hold you down. You know if you come out there. It punishes you. You carry it. You replay it. You bring it into every new conversation, every new argument. every quiet moment, and slowly it poisons everything around it. People, people who have kept strong relationships will tell you they forgave things, real things, painful things, and they chose to move forward anyway. Anyway, forgiveness is what gives a relationship the ability to survive imperfect people, which is all of us, including Perez, where they talk, all of us. Number three, uh, this is exactly 6 p.m. I think I need to pause at this point. Maybe next time we'll continue from here. I want to appreciate everyone. I want to appreciate the global president. I want to appreciate the 001 and the 002. You know, like I said earlier, he reached out that he will not be able to make today's meeting. So I'm standing in, and I want to appreciate Sparky Victor, Sparky Olayinka, Master Genie, my G. Thank you, everyone. And those of you that I don't know, oh, Sparky Adetutu is here. Sorry, I just scrolled. You understand? Sparky Adetutu. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have to stop at this point because it's exactly 6:01. All right. And if I don't stop here, honestly, we're going to remain here till 7 p.m. And I believe that we have been able to learn or grasp one of two things. All right. I have not just spoken to the world, I have also spoken or I have reached out to me. To me. You understand? It's not all about just, training and just giving people diction and just doing stuff. It's about transformation. The person, the source is already blessed or has learned. And like I always say, I'm not here to lecture anyone. So it could be anyone doing what I'm doing right now. So I'm better than no one. It's just a privilege. So I remain Fares. All right, the diction guru. Thank you very much. At this point, let me allow Sparky Adetutu, please. Can you unmute? And in 2 minutes, add your voice. Please, Sparky Adetutu. Adetutu. All right, let me give our very, very senior man, Sparky Victor. Let me allow him to unmute and add his voice. In 2 minutes, I hope you're not busy, sir. Are you there? Sparky Victor, over to you, sir. All right, Sparky, Adetutu is already typing. Yes, you can drop your submission in the comment section. It's acceptable. Yeah, she's already typing. All right, Sparky Victor, are you there? Are you there, sir? Kindly unmute and add your voice. Okay. If he is unable to unmute, permit me to allow Sparky Olayinka. Sparky Olayinka, over to you. Please kindly add your voice. All right. Add your voice. Today's topic is Sparky Olayinka, are you there? So the small stuff that can break big bonds, all right? That's what today's session is all about. Please, please, can anyone hear me? What's happening? All right, let me hand over to um, Master Genie. Master Genie, over to you, sir. Master Genie. Oh, okay. Swaki Adetiso, I get it. Please, can anyone hear?